there is like
Okay. I
23
think we'll be
minutes.
okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hope. My name is Tammy Lynn Connors, and today I'm here with my new friend, Lionel. How are you tonight, Lionel?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Once again, as I say, my new friend, because this is really the first time that I spoke to Lionel. I always tell people God, universe, whatever you want to say. I feel like it's God always puts
Hmm.
people in my life with these stories of hope. So what hope is helping other people evolve. And what I do here is I interview people that have been through a struggle to get to a strength. We've all been through struggles in our life, and I know that. And some people are still at home struggling, thinking they can't get out of bed, they can't walk out of their house because their struggle is so strong. But what I just hope is that you could hear someone else's story of a struggle that they unfortunately went to, but they got to a strength through it. So everybody has their struggles, everybody's struggle is different. And I just hope that hearing one of our stories will get you to get up out of bed and have a great day. So, Lionel, you're in Florida, correct?
Yes, right.
Awesome, awesome. And you said the weather's pretty good right now, huh?
It is nice.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. So I do know that you are in a book called is it the little what's it called again? I'm sorry.
Lessons for the little boy.
Yeah, Lessons for the Little Boy. I haven't got my copy yet, but I'm going to get one because I love reading all of your guys' stories. So, and I've listened to a few of your guys' interviews. So, I guess if we can just kind of go, I maybe share a little bit about who you are, maybe some of the struggles you've been through and what has gotten you to a strength.
Yeah. Yes. No. No problem. Well, I'm. If people look outside looking in, would say he's an author, 3-time published author, coach, mentor. You see, I have my work shirt on. I'm still at work,
Yeah.
and but my favorite title is husband and father,
Okay.
and that's what I enjoy. My wife Sierra and I, we have 4 children together,
Okay.
and next month would make us 17 years married. So really,
Congratulations.
I'm just thank you. I'm just a young man, just looking to make this world better than I left it.
Mm, it's good. It's good. So you have 4 kids, you said?
Yes, we have 4 children
How
together.
old are your children?
Our son just turned 10 yesterday, and then we have 3 daughters, older than him. So we have a 15-year-old, a 18-year-old, and a 20-year-old.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get those numbers right, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
One of them
yeah.
just turned 18. Chelsea just turned 18. So I'm like, okay, yeah, she's 18.
Yeah, now they're all growing up quick, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very fast.
yeah. That's awesome. So I know that I've heard you speak a little bit about your growing up, and I think that Haitian is, am I correct?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom and my dad was born in Haiti. I was born here, but they were born
Okay.
in Haiti.
Okay. And your dad had some struggles in Haiti. I heard you say.
Yeah, my dad, he was helping Haitians escape Haiti, and he was caught trying to help them escape that brutal regime under Papa Doc, and he was caught, like I said, and he was put into jail,
Okay.
and he was beaten like
Oh,
14 days in a row. He told me, and they almost killed him. But I don't remember asking him, "How did you get out? Like, how did they
right.
come from like arresting you, beating you, and then how did you get out? Like, you know what I mean? I guess they didn't have any like real charges because you should be able to be free to do what you want. So I'm guessing they it was like a little dirty little scheme. Like, hey, you want to help people leave? We want to control these people. We want to take over their lives, but you're trying to take away our property.
Right.
So I'm assuming that's how it went, and they had no real legit cause to arrest my father. So yeah, so that's he went through that, but he managed to escape, himself and my mother and a few others. And they left on a boat. Back then we used to get joked at by other, people. Everybody, a lot of people outside our culture think all blacks are like kind of the same, but no, many of us got dropped off different islands, right? Different areas. So we knew the distinguish, how to distinguish between other nationality, other ethnic groups, or whatever you
Uh-huh.
call it, right? So they call it the banana boat,
Okay.
and because they made fun of it, coming here. But my dad, I asked him, I said, Dad, wow, how long did it take for you and Mom to get here? He said about did he say it was between 10 and 13 days, somewhere around there, to
Wow.
come here on a boat. And instantly, I forgave my father because I was bitter towards him, because I didn't get what I felt like I needed. I would look at the other young boys who dads were born here in America. They knew how to have conversations with them, but in Haiti, it was a lot of survival mode. You're
Hmm.
trying to eat for the day. You're trying to make a couple dollars so you can sleep, at least not sleep in starvation. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And so, um, that was that he brought that here. He brought that here to the U.S. and he did the best he knew how. So. Um, and then him and my mom, I was like, man, I was this close to being born in Haiti. Like, not to say Haiti's a bad place, but it's beautiful.
Right.
But I don't know what I would have been born into. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So how long were they here then when they had you?
They were here just like 3 years. They were here
Oh, okay.
in
So yeah, short then.
'79, and I was born in '82.
Wow. Yeah, so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
just turned 40 last year. Or this year you're gonna turn 40.
I turned 40 a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I might have wished you a happy
Yeah.
birthday and I forgot.
Yes. No, no, it's all right.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So when you say that you forgave your dad, so I'm guessing that your dad had a lot of like was probably maybe like worked a lot and stuff like that. Is that what you're kind of saying? Like his
Yeah.
focus was on survival, basically.
Right, yeah, that's right. Plus, my dad sometimes worked two jobs because he had other children in Haiti. He had
Oh, okay.
13 of us total, but only four of us were born here. So
Oh,
the rest of them, they were born in Haiti. And so my dad and my mom saved their monies to get them all in here. So my dad had to get blood work for all nine
oh,
of
geez.
of them, and so that was a lot. So yeah, and all he did was eat, sleep, church, work. That's it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all he did. And for me, I'm looking for that mentorship, that father and son time. I
Yeah.
didn't get it. And so that's where, when I became a father, I became bitter towards him because I don't know what to do. I'm a dad. I don't know what to do. Somebody help me. How to change a diaper, what to do, and like, what to say to a baby, like how, what to
Right.
do about money. Because when my Sierra got pregnant, when we were teenagers, I didn't want to be known as a deadbeat dad. So I would take a couple dollars from my paycheck and I would give her my entire paycheck. I would just take enough money for me to get back and forth to work. I didn't know
Right.
what to do, so I gave her all my money.
And that's why you're married for 17 years. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
So, was that so? What would you say, like your childhood, like your dad working all the time, and then through your teenage years? So, did that make you direct to anything? Like, I don't know. Did you do a lot of sports? Did you get into I don't know partying,
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah. First, I got into the gang life,
Okay.
which wasn't really crazy. It was just more like for protection.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have went south. It didn't. But I did get into sports. But when I played football, I looked on the sidelines. My dad wasn't there,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't really, you know, I didn't even have the strength to have my own motivation for myself. And I was looking for motivation from my dad, inspiration from him, but he wasn't
Right.
there, and so that demotivated me
Right.
to not play sports. I didn't want to play sports anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I played it on the streets, just not like in school. I
Okay.
just played it for therapy.
Right. Which so as I'm listening to you say that, I think a lot of times, when so my son growing up, I was the mom and dad wasn't around, but I worked all the time too. I worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week. So I think about like what I was doing, I thought was making sure that he had everything he needed, but what he really needed was my presence. And that's kind of what I
Yes.
feel like you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. I needed his time, his presence, and the only time I got that was when I was in trouble. And
Mm,
so and that's the only time my dad told me he loved me too. So naturally what the soul is gonna do is gonna look to get into trouble. And so
right,
I got into trouble subconsciously. It's not like I'm thinking about that, just so
right.
I can have a conversation with my dad or he can talk to me and I can be in his presence and for him to say, I love you, son.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty powerful just to think that that's, and not even like you didn't do it on purpose. That was just like you said, your subconscious was like, well, I know if I get in trouble, then my dad's going to be there. He's going to correct me, but he's also going to tell me I love you. And I think that happens a
Yes.
lot more than people really realize, that when you see kids acting up and stuff, it's because that's when they're getting the attention that they're desiring, you know.
Yes. Uh-huh. And when my kids when my kids get in trouble, like if they're in trouble, I make sure I don't over, like I don't overdo the love thing. I don't
Mhm.
say, "Oh, I love you," and I try not to do that so they don't seek for that and find that by getting in trouble.
Right.
So I try to have it to be balanced, and I make sure I always assure them, or let them know, hey, daddy loves you. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. Not for anything you do, but just because of who you are.
Right.
So that helps them, and I try not to put pressure on them because I found growing up that parents put pressure on their children by saying, I'm so proud of you doing this, that, that. So now they got to work for the love. I teach my
Right.
children that you never have to work for my love. In
Oh,
fact, if you try to work for my love, that will disappoint me. And
that's
so I
good.
teach them that. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's powerful. So
Yeah.
in your you said you're author of 3 published books, did you say?
Yeah. The one was collaboration with Lessons for the Little Boy. And then my first book was called How to Rescue Yourself from Rescuing Others: 7 Steps to Getting Happy, Healthy, and Healed. Um, and then my second book was Cultivate Your Calling. Even in crisis, men can discover no men can walk in their true identity, discover purpose, and monetize their gift.
Oh, I like those. I'm gonna have
Yes, thank you.
I'll put those in our in the paragraph when I write about
Okay,
this podcast.
nice.
So I always like to ask this question, and especially of men. You know, I feel like more and more we're learning more about mental health, especially with men, because I feel like most men are told, keep quiet, don't cry about it, suck it up, you'll be fine, and all of that. How important is it to you, teaching your 10-year-old, let's just say, to be able to express his feelings and share, with you how he's feeling?
It's very important, and it's almost like males already come out doing that because my son
Mhm.
sometimes he doesn't want to express and speak. And I teach him. I said, LJ, it's important that you speak and that you teach people about yourself. I say sometimes people are not just going to automatically know how to respect you. You have to create that boundary, and you
Mm,
have to teach people how to respect you.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
that's powerful what you just said there. I talk
Yes.
about that a lot. Like your boundary, but knowing your worth. You have to show people your worth. And if you
Yes.
don't, then that's when that all gets stepped on. And I feel that because I used to be that person too. Like I would just be like, okay, yep, let's do okay, okay, and be passive about everything. But I feel like I said, I've been talking to a lot more men about the mental health and the expression, and it's okay to express your feelings, and it's okay to ask somebody for help if you need it.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is true. It's okay to express your feelings, in a healthier way because we can
sure.
do it in unhealthy and we can do it healthy. But then again, you have to know the timing. You have to be aware, not just internally but externally, about how you sharing it, how you expressing it, and to whom you expressing it. If the can this person help you, and those are the things you just got to look out for.
Yeah, yeah. So I see that you work at My Nikki. Are you a manager there, or are you?
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
store manager
Okay.
here. I have fun doing. I love what I do. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
And then does your wife work too?
No, my wife, she wanted to work. I said, no, you stay home. My wife haven't worked on a physical job since before LJ was born, so that's been over 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah, I just told her, look, I'll take care of everything. I want you to, because my wife, she helps women like who are busy women, especially women with a vision. She helps them prioritize and organize their life and help them, balance whether it's motherhood, marriage, ministry, children. So my wife just helps women organize their life. So I told her, I said, that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to do that and take your money that you earn from that and invest in yourself. Go get, therapy if you need it. Go get some massages. Go, just enjoy your life. I told her, I want you to be free.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm for the work. Yeah, I can go to work,
Yeah.
but I want you to be out here enjoying your life. I'll take care of, whatever you need. I just want her to enjoy because my wife been through so much. I feel like her childhood was swept underneath her because she had our first child at 15,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so and so many things surface in our lives from our past, and it's like we're not even trying to make those things just pop up in our lives. They just surface. It's almost like the soul has a memory, and then it brings it back in your body, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, this was from that trauma. It
Yes.
didn't even have to be a physical trauma. It could have been an emotional trauma. And you say, I know where this back pain is from, where it came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. That's
Hmm.
good, and that's true. I like what you said when you said that you told your wife, like, invest in yourself. If you need to go get therapy, go get therapy. And not that I'm saying this, but feel like to hear you say that, so many people also think that if you tell somebody, "Oh, I'm going to go to a counselor, I'm going to go get therapy," people are like, "Oh, they're crazy." And I really try to express to people that counseling therapy is just someone there that you can talk to that can give you the tools to help yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
therapy, however you do it, whether you're reading books or you going laying at the beach, watching the sunset, watch the sun come up, listen to some instrumental music, some jazz, or seeing an actual therapist, that stuff is like massage to the body.
Mhm.
So, it's to me, it's like equivalent to that. So if you're gonna get a back massage, if you're gonna get pampered, like for women, it's a pedi and manicure. For some guys, it's like watching the football game. Like if you're gonna do things like that for your entertainment, you should do things like that for your soul. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like I truly believe that.
Yeah, yeah, I like that you said that. And my therapy is dancing. I love dancing, so that's so good for my soul. But
Hmm.
is there like any words of wisdom you'd like to give to anybody out there, or anything that you'd like to add on here?
Yes, yes, yes. Um, I just believe that everybody has a purpose, and that you're not a mistake. You were born on purpose for a purpose, and you were born to solve a problem that nobody else can solve. It's like your fingerprints. They're all different, no, from anybody else on this planet. There will never be anybody with your exact um, fingerprint, even if you are an identical twin. That's the same thing with your identity blueprint, your makeup. There will never be anyone like you, and there's people that you have been called to serve. If you are being stingy with your gift, those people will fall by the wayside. The same with you, that the people that did not show up in life, if they said no, and that's why there's some unfortunate things that happened in your life, or there's some things that just didn't happen for you, and it caused you not to, maybe you're probably in a great place now, but imagine that there was somebody that said no in your life, that was called to help you, to call to serve you. How much better would your life be? Because let's be honest, there's people that have their lives are just not good.
Right.
There's poverty all over the world, and it's
Yes.
because there's millions and millions of people that are saying no to their purpose. They don't believe in themselves. The average person, in my opinion, do not believe in themselves.
Mhm.
And I've been telling people, if you believe in yourself, you just begin to believe in yourself, you're doing better than the average person. And you are going to make really good impact in this world when you say yes and you pursue what you've been created and called to do.
Wow, that is amazing because when you talk about that, so that for years I kept my purpose, my story to myself. And I had a friend kind of say the same thing to me like you're being stingy. You have a gift, you have a purpose. Quit keeping it to yourself. And it was more the same thing. Like I didn't believe in myself. Like how could I help somebody else? And now that I've started sharing it more and more and sharing other people's stories, it's been incredible. It's like God saying, "See, I told you your purpose was to do this, and now you're following your purpose, and it's making an impact on so many lives." So that's awesome. I love what
Yes,
you just
yes,
said.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
that's so good. So thank you so much for jumping on here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I always tell everybody we'll interview again because I feel like we need to swing back 6 months from
Yeah,
now. I mean, it
yes.
sounds like your wife has a great story of hope too. So, I mean, four
Oh,
kids that started at 15. Yeah, I might need
yeah.
to chat with her.
She has a great story, and man, my wife is amazing. I mean, we've been married almost seven. Next month makes 17 years, and I'm learning on a deeper level how to appreciate her more. I'm learning that that the love that I need to delve into. You know what I mean? Like it's just because for me and my wife, we've been through a lot of trauma together and apart, but mostly together because we know each other most of our lives. We're just to me it's like and to us it's like we're just really coming out of survival mode and we're coming up for water and we feel great. We feel like we can breathe. We feel
Yeah.
like we're at peace in our lives right now. And if nothing great ever happens in our lives, we're great already. Yeah.
Awesome. That
Yeah.
that's powerful too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I loved chatting with you tonight. I'm so glad that
Yes.
I
Thank you.
listened to you interviewing with Glenn and them. That's how Glenn is how I've met everybody, a lot of people
Yeah.
that on my
Okay.
podcast. Yeah, is through Glenn because I actually am going to be in his next book. So I'm
Nice.
excited about that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so great people. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm gonna don't hang up though when we get
Okay.
done here. Everybody, I want to thank you so much for jumping on Hope today. We'll have another episode soon. I just hope that this blesses you, and I hope that hearing Lionel's story of hope will just help you to know that you're not struggling alone, and we all go through struggles, but we can get to a strength. You guys all have a great night. Thanks, Lionel.
Thank you.